Alright, listen up personnel, let's get right to it. Welcome to this classified briefing. What you're about to hear is strictly for individuals with level 4/2852 clearance. If you don't possess this clearance, you need to disconnect immediately. Today, we're doing a deep dive into one of the most insidious Keter-class threats we are currently monitoring here at the Foundation. Take a good look at the visual profile for threat designation SCP-2852. You're probably noticing the heavy redactions right off the bat, and yes, those are absolutely necessary visual countermeasures. Now, to the individuals actually infected by this entity's anomalous effects, it is universally and frankly rather jarringly referred to by the colloquial alias Cousin Johnny. It projects this perfect facade of an established, accepted family member at major gatherings, and it does this completely regardless of actual family resemblance or ethnicity. I need you to internalize this core operational directive before we go any further. Quote, "Total containment is currently impossible. Disruption is the primary directive. We cannot simply put SCP-2852 in a box. It doesn't work. All tracking devices placed on it malfunction instantly. It can literally appear between frames of surveillance footage. Because of this, our entire operational strategy has to be focused on tracking, monitoring, and mitigating the fallout." A quick message. Accessing these archives requires level 3 clearance. Ensure your credentials are up to date by hitting the subscribe button to stay informed on future containment breaches. Back to the video. In this briefing, we're going to trace the entity's path of infection. We'll cover the threat designation and our directives, its biological profile, and then its 3 specific attack vectors: blue level targeted inception, white level targeted unification, and black level targeted termination. Finally, we'll break down the societal fallout and our containment protocols. Section 1. Threat designation and directives. So, what does our defensive posture actually look like? Across the North American subcontinent, we rely on 3 highly specialized mobile task forces. MTF Y36, designated Party Crashers, serves as our primary active strike team. They respond to any physical appearance. Backing them up are MTF's Y52, Cater Duty, and Y99, Altar Boys. Their job is identification, monitoring, and providing absolutely vital backup. Now, our surveillance focus is highly specific. SCP-2852 almost exclusively targets communities where the population is greater than 60% Roman Catholic or Anglican. We monitor these specific demographics for some stark early warning signs. We're talking uncharacteristic sudden spikes in juvenile delinquency, absolute sterility, horrific domestic violence, and soaring divorce rates. Listen, if you see these metrics spike, SCP-2855 has likely already breached the perimeter. Moving to Section 2. Biological and anomalous profile. I want you to really observe the biological deception at play here. While SCP-2852 is genetically identical to a baseline human, its internal structure is an absolute void. It has literally no internal organs. It's made up entirely of dense, fibrous muscular tissue. And it gets weird. Its hair and teeth are not human. They're made of chitin, chemically identical to the Cicadae family, basically cicadas. Its eyes sit in their sockets with 0 nerve connections, and while it constantly babbles in a nonsensical word salad, the affected attendees actually perceive its speech as totally normal and intelligible. Section 3. Blue level, targeted inception. The entity specifically targets the inception of the family unit. Let's look at baptisms. It effortlessly infiltrates the ceremony as an anomalous third godparent. The mass proceeds completely normally right up until the infant is submerged. Upon submersion, the infant's top layer of skin just sloughs off in a single piece, completely painlessly, almost like a molting insect. The biological godparents then consume this molted skin right there at the altar. And SCP-2852? It departs immediately after the Mass. It never sticks around for the after-party. Now, while the ritual itself is contained to the church, the biological aftermath is just devastating. Unaffected attendees experience a massive 500% spike in stillbirths. The child's parents and godparents are rendered permanently sterile, and universally, they will commit suicide, usually by drowning, within 5 years. The child, assuming they survive a highly elevated mortality rate, develops severe cluster B personality disorders and sociopathic tendencies. And post-adolescence, just the sound of a cicada triggers extreme, often fatal, violent outbursts in these kids. Section 4. White level, targeted unification. Next up, weddings. At a wedding, SCP-2852 assumes the role of a groomsman. The horror here kicks in right after the ring exchange. Using anomalous tools provided by the entity, the bridal party painlessly extracts their own teeth without shedding a single drop of blood. The bride and groom then actually consume these teeth. In place of standard vows, the groom vocalizes a deafening cicada song. Later at the reception, SCP-2852 delivers this nonsensical best man speech that induces hysterical laughter and uncontrollable crying, eventually presenting the couple with a gift box. Inside, human hair, human teeth, and 13 dead cicadas. Take a look at this number and burn it into your memory. 140. That is the exact decibel level, 140 dB, of the anomalous cicada song vocalized by the groom. This acoustic threat permanently deafens the bride and literally anyone else standing on the altar. The fallout is absolute. The bride and groom will inevitably divorce within 2 years, universally driven by extreme domestic violence. Furthermore, our own Foundation hysterectomy studies reveal that every single married attendee at that wedding is subjected to absolute sterility. We've done exhaustive biopsies and chemical analyses on extracted uterine ovaries from attendees. You know what we found? 0 biological abnormalities. The sperm and eggs are perfect. This means the sterility SCP-2852 inflicts is a conceptual erasure of fertility, not a biological defect. Section 5. Black Level. Targeted Termination. Listen to me very carefully on this one. Intervention in these events is strictly prohibited. Why? Because any attempt to disrupt a black level event instantly forces the disruptor into becoming a participant. If you barricade the doors, SCP-2852 simply manifests sitting in a pew. It takes on the role of eulogizer. As it speaks, the next of kin produces an anomalous knife and initiates self-exsanguination, literally bleeding themselves directly into the open casket. This triggers an unstoppable cascade. Every single attendee follows suit, bleeding into the casket while universally vocalizing the male cicada mating call. The climax of the event occurs when SCP-2852 vomits a massive mixture of blood, wood pulp, and dead cicadas into the casket before it's finally buried. And the black level event doesn't end at the graveyard. If there's a post-funeral gathering, SCP-2852 is going to be there. It vomits that same blood and cicada mixture into a bowl, which caregivers then willingly feed to the affected children. After this, the entity strips naked and lies down on a table. The attendees then proceed to cannibalize the entity alive. The real anomaly here is psychological, just as much as it is physical. SCP-2852 maintains a friendly, albeit totally nonsensical, conversation with the family while they consume its flesh, despite suffering mortal injuries. Section 6. Societal Fallout and Containment. Our clinical data charts a clearly escalating pattern of violence across these 3 event tiers. After a blue-level baptism, the resulting domestic violence features severe abandonment, and child suicides almost always manifest via drowning. Following a white-level wedding, the violence turns homicidal, with 90% of children committing suicide through asphyxiation or exsanguination by age 18. But after a black-level funeral, the domestic violence becomes strictly cannibalistic, and surviving children actively attempt patricide or matricide. So, let's synthesize what we're looking at here. SCP-2852 methodically targets inception, unification, and termination. It's not just ruining a family gathering. It is actively engineering the absolute biological and psychological eradication of the entire family unit. 100% sterility rates among attendees. Total familial destruction. If you look at this population metrics graph, over generations, the inevitable conclusion is mathematically certain. As birth rates plummet to 0 due to absolute conceptual sterility, violent fatalities from suicide, cannibalism, and abuse absolutely skyrocket. SCP-2852 is not merely a localized physical threat, it is a highly optimized, engineered anti-societal contagion that is utilizing foundational religious frameworks as its primary distribution vector. Because of the severe cognitive hazard this anomaly poses, strict operational security is paramount. Class A amnestics are mandatory for all operatives who witness black-level events upon their retirement or transfer. If any operative exhibits uncharacteristic antisocial behavior post-exposure, they are to be immediately suspended, amnesticized, and permanently reassigned to low-level data input. We simply cannot risk our own task forces becoming carriers for this contagion. That concludes this briefing on SCP-2852. Let me be clear. Absolute protocol adherence is not a request. It is the only thing standing between these targeted demographics and total societal collapse. Keep your eyes on the data. Watch the sterility and violence metrics, and never, under any circumstances, attempt to disrupt a black-level event. The true threat isn't just what Cousin Johnny does to a family. It's the chilling realization that by the time we even arrive on the scene, the erasure has already begun. Are we truly holding the line or just sweeping up the ashes? End of file. Connection severed. This concludes today's briefing. If you wish to maintain your current clearance level and ensure continued access to the Versarian database, a subscription to this channel is mandatory. Secure your connection by leaving a like on this file, and log your requests in the comments section below to dictate which anomaly we unseal next. Stay vigilant and expect your next set of logs every day. Secure, contain, protect.